All right, so welcome everybody to the Academy of Animated Arts Community Critique and Chill for the end of May. I'm Forrest, and then Diana's here as well, co-hosting, and then we have a good bit of people from the community here as well. We're going to give some feedback to this work, and then after that we go offline and just hang out. So next time, if you want, you're welcome to come and join. Alrighty. So first up, we have Riho's work. So this is the current whip. This is from the challenge that's going on this month. And then I saw that Amber gave some feedback, and this whip is actually responding to his feedback of making sure, especially when you have the sun behind, an afro, that you're getting like this kind of nice translucent sun coming through the edges. And so this is them starting to work on that. Does anyone have any feedback right away?
I feel like the boy has a lot more contrast than the girl, than the mermaid.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, and it's getting a little bit blown out over there too.
Yeah. But even like colors are more saturated on him.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, there's kind of like almost like a green wash going on
yeah.
on the
And
mermaid.
like the blacks look blacker on him than on her.
I really like the what's going on with the sunset. Like I think that's a really nice background.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's looking good in the water back here. I feel like I've seen so many of these. I'm like, is this the one that had the boat, or is this the
Oh,
one? Because if it is,
wait,
I'm like, maybe the boat can come back.
let me check. Oh, no.
Different
I
one.
Oh,
think the birds on the sky in the sky could be, I don't know, maybe a little bit more in focus because it kind of looks like dust.
yeah, I think last time we suggested more depth of field and it got defocused more this time. And so they're kind of losing bird-like shape. And yeah, it's starting to look like a little bit more like realistic. So if there's a way to only make the birds be less, I think that would be fine. What do you think about the level of depth? You think it's intense in the rocks in the back?
Yeah, I mean, I think if they're 3D, they could be pulled forward, but or you could like lower down the intensity of the Z to focus.
Yeah,
I
so
think
I
overall, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I think overall this is pretty successful.
Mhm,
It's definitely going in a really good direction. Frankly, I would lose the birds.
mhm,
We're
Mm.
not looking at them with the depth of field. They do, just like you guys already said, they do come across as dust. I would just lose them.
mhm.
Um, then I would say one thing that I think would really help. I think the critique on the hair is a really good one. Trying to get that kind of get a hair light that kind of bleeds through. Yeah, that's a really good note there. It would also kind of help marry the color with the background.
Mm.
Another thing that might help specifically on the fish character is you could really help define the silhouette by making the reflection in the water match with the matte painting a little more. Because right now it seems to like there's a line right by the. It's hard for me to point at it, right? But
Oh,
right underneath the fishing pole, you see a vertical line there that doesn't quite match what's happening with the sky. But
oh,
if you were able to get it to match the sky, you would then have a bright background and a darker foreground, which would help bring out the silhouette a little bit more.
like here,
Yeah,
this,
I, t- I see what you're
um,
saying.
yeah.
There's kind of this harsh line here, and if we're getting this reflection, like we'd see more of it throughout here, kind of mimicking that.
Exactly.
I wonder if maybe this if it's the same skylight, but the HDRI is rotated incorrectly, or
I mean, it could be any number of
yeah.
things. I mean, these things are. It actually. I mean, I would not really be surprised if it really is reflecting correctly. Um, but you might need to fake it or something like that.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
all that said, like I think that this is going in a really good direction. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I totally agree. Does anyone else have any feedback?
Yeah, I agree with the hair getting the kind of, because like black hair, when you put light on it, it would like go to orange and then kind of yellow in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of these colors. If you could get that here, that would be good, because I'm not sure though, because I really like the light wrap that they added here, but I was like, should that be blue? What color should it be? I feel like it's mostly white, but I think that's fine up here. I'm getting some of the orange yellow in this area would make more sense. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, and the hair would be like a great challenge if you were able
Mhm.
to if they were able to tackle it, because I feel like um, this has been a note that's kind of come up for a lot of the pieces for the challenge, and um, it might just mean you need to go in and explore the material a bit more and figure out like how you can get this effect to, because I believe that the one that's currently on it, you might need to just explore playing around and maybe adding your own shader to it.
Mhm.
Anything else? Cool. Well, thank you so much, Riho, for submitting, and thank everyone for the feedback. Next up, we have Ethan. So this is his most recent uh, whip for this piece, and then this was the reference that he had at least one post ago. But
Started with.
yeah, but I think maybe it's changed since then. But I know that this animation, the character turns, and one of the things he's trying to do is reveal like a robotic eye that lights up. So I believe that this is before that happens. All right. Anyone have any feedback?
It's looking cool.
The hair is.
Mm.
Oops. Oh no, sorry. I was like, I thought I pressed it.
Yeah.
The hair is feeling metallic to me.
I think
Yeah, it does.
overall the shaders are feeling metallic, but I don't know if maybe it's a choice since he has a robot eye. Like I don't know if,
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't know how successful it would be like in the it's metallic. Like would it work with when the robot eye is revealed, or will we just feel like it's metallic and doesn't read as hair?
Yeah, because I mean, like in this like, I assume the they have like the CGI here or even a prosthetic, but then the rest of it, is Arnold with maybe some retouching. But there's like this blend of the human with like human, like the hair looks human,
Yeah.
and then under the skin here we see this robotic bit peeking out. And so if we were to kind of continue that into this piece, like I would look at exploring getting this to feel less metallic and more like in line with
Yeah.
like skin and hair values for a person.
Yeah. Hmm. I would like to see a, ti- a tiny bit more of the background.
Mm.
I don't know if it is just my screen, but it feels like you have no almost no detail in the background, and especially on the left side, would love to see a little bit of what that is. It's like
Mm-hmm.
is it a door? Is it a wall? Is it, I don't know,
Mhm.
spaceship? You know.
It's like it's composited over still.
Yeah, yeah, because if like I feel like this light here would also be providing some like rim light here, and some in here as well. And right now it seems like most of our lighting is coming like either from like a light that's like right in front of him, kind of, or like kind of right here hitting him, and then there's one off here hitting him, and then this like kind of beauty light on his face that then falls off. So it'd be nice to, like Andre's saying, maybe bring up the values in the background, particularly on the left side, and play with connecting the background and the character a bit more.
I'd also try to add just the slightest amount of fill on the screen right side of the character, just to give right now you can't see the screen right eye,
Yeah,
and it starts to look kind of skull like on that side. So definitely don't overfill it, but so that you can connect with that other eye as well, just a little bit.
yeah, that totally makes sense.
There's a on the corner of his mouth, the skin kind of goes to green.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, the subsurface, I don't know, it looks pretty good on the nose and ears, but
Yeah,
how it's like, so I don't know how you would want to, how they could address that. But maybe mhm.
Are you surfacing this yourself?
They're not here, are they?
Oh, I see.
But we can have them post. We can ask them, and then hopefully they'll post in the channel and
But I
let
think
us know.
I think there's some really good things going on with it. One thing that is, at least, I mean, it could be pushed a little farther, but one thing that I think is being thought of that is nice is the fact that skin isn't like it's shiny. Skin is shiny, and so we do have that here. I would say maybe it's a little too shiny.
Mhm.
So maybe increase the roughness a little bit. And you guys mentioned the subsurface, that parts of it do work. I would say just like make it a little bit less metallic looking, but don't lose it entirely, because I think that's part of what's making this really successful.
Mm.
and his eyebrow looks a bit purplish, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, the color of it.
Oh yeah, it's picking up that fill.
Mm. But overall, looks good. I wonder what is the light line that has on the left side of his shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Looks like there's something that doesn't have fall off, or maybe it's
Yeah,
the
maybe it's touching
shirt.
the, yeah.
But yeah, definitely look into seeing if you can remedy that. Um,
Or
and
maybe it's, but yeah, something good.
and then with the eyebrows, maybe look into using the same whatever you choose for the hair or when you update it,
Mhm.
like doing the same thing for the eyebrows, just so it feels like it's uh, like natural. Or if you want them to have different ones, that's also of course fine. But just a suggestion. Uh, yeah, and like you all were saying, and like Dorian was saying about like the spec really working on the face. There are certain areas like here and
Mhm.
here where you're almost getting like oily bodybuilder, which is also a look. But yeah, I think kind of adjusting that roughness a bit would help. Um, and then maybe even if you like can control in the texture itself, just keeping the face shinier, and then adjusting some of these like the ear and the neck a bit more.
Mhm.
Cool.
I'm seeing a line right by the shirt. I mean, actually, exactly where you were pointing
That
earlier. Well, that too, but on the skin. So it's right by the neck, where the neck meets the shirt. So overall, it's almost like the skin goes from fairly cool to warm, and then you get meet the shirt. And I'm wondering if that's
mm,
just a light that's kind of coming from screen left, that maybe you can soften the shadow to kind of soften that line a little bit, or um,
Yeah,
I mean, I think the culprit's a light. That could just maybe be either slightly moved to get rid of that line, or maybe softened.
yeah.
we should
Yeah,
also
really good things happening here.
we could also consider it sunburn. Maybe they were out too long in the sun and they just forgot to apply it to their chest.
Need more bodybuilder oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just,
ran out of
yeah,
oil.
yeah, they ran out of bronzer.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ethan, for submitting.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody, for giving
It's
feedback.
looking cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to one day, like see it move. The
Yeah, I'm excited to see it in motion too.
It'd be cool.
All right.
I do like that these are all on stills. Like there's something to be said for like getting a still right before you start rendering and spending all that time, especially if you don't have a render farm.
Yeah.
Um, because then it's the most devastating thing in the world to like get any amount of critique, and you're like, oh man, this has been rendering for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go. Oh, yep. I know that feeling.
Anything, yeah, in the beginning, anything under a day or overnight, it's
Yeah.
really where it should go.
Do it
But I've rendered
540 with like 3 samples, and but make it work in a overnight or something like that.
Well, and it's also okay even on a still. You can show with noise as well. If you're like, hey, I just need to get something out. Like you
Mhm.
don't have to like up all your settings and all this stuff. Like it can be satisfying to look at, but in terms of getting feedback, you just
Yeah.
want to go like, hey, is my light the right direction? Are my colors right? Do I have the right fills? All that stuff.
Yeah.
Totally. It's for personal gratification that I wait 28 minutes for for a nice timer. Sample size still.
It's
Uh,
it's so pretty to look at a
clean.
really nice render, clean and beautiful. Even if the light is terrible, but it's like at least it gives you a sense of accomplishment.
I waited for that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Thank you.
Bam. So next up is AJ with another one from this month's challenge, and we saw this one last time too. So
Mhm. I think it was a nice update. They added they darkened this island down, I think. It's sitting better.
I could I'll grab. You guys can go ahead and start talking. I'm gonna grab the previous. So I think it'd be good to kind of A/B it, see what's changed. Anyone have any initial thoughts right away?
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think this is pretty successful. I mean, even the schmutz on the lens and stuff like that. I mean,
Mhm.
normally I don't like that on a still because it tends to come off as an artifact. I tend to like to see those on like actual moving
Mhm.
shots because then you actually know like, oh, this is on the lens versus it's out there. But like it's actually pretty successful on this one. So I
I
like it.
really like little drops that you can see. I am convinced.
Yeah, we were talking about like with the dust or the particles on the lens, like how because it's that angle,
Mhm.
like it's that POV of like another mermaid or someone in the water. It feels grounded and it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I found
Great.
the. Sorry, everybody. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so this is the one that we've been looking at, and then we'll add the. Okay, here we go. So this is the old one we're looking at right now, and then I'm gonna toggle to the new one. This is
Yeah, darkening the silhouette was a great move.
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
The pearls
Well,
look really a lot better.
I think that the only thing I'll do is remove that line on the sky on the left of her hair.
The like the plane trail.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's good.
They also they responded to like remember how we told them like try to hide this neckline that is on the model. They did it. They covered it with some kelp.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oregon.
Nice work. Yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely like it hides that error, or not, maybe not even error, but just it hides that like
yeah,
issue that was
because
coming up.
yeah, once you see it,
I like this sky so much. I think that yeah, that line right by the hair, that's a good one to maybe remove.
mhm,
And there's a couple clouds that really catch my eye, especially the one on the top screen right. I would
Yeah.
just paint that out because that's not where you want to look, and it doesn't actually seem to mesh. I don't know if this was a custom map painting, but if you have access to that, I would just paint that out, as well as the one if you go to that same cloud and you go down, right
Mhm.
there. I would get rid of that too. But
And I would also get rid of the one that is like right by the boy arm.
Yeah.
yeah, just anything that cleans up silhouettes and makes you look at the character and doesn't provide weird tangents. Um, this is looking cool.
Which looks really good.
I'm in love with this extra help that they found and put there.
I know. Yeah, it makes me so happy. Um, yeah, yeah, they did a lot of grounding, like you were saying, Dorian. Even on the over here on the beach, you can see that they worked on kind of grounding it, giving like some
Oh yeah,
like I think it's really successful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, any other thoughts?
Like maybe I want to see it without this, but I don't know if that's too nitpicky.
Which with that what?
The on the hat,
Oh, oh, oh.
but
Mm.
Yeah, that could help. Yeah,
I,
I'll try and see how it looks.
I, I think that
yeah,
totally makes sense. Like if we look at it in luminance mode, you're it does kind of it could pull away from the image, and if they kind of cover that up, then you've got this really nice like light over dark with the face.
mhm.
Or if they do like kind of what that's doing, just like reduce the effect of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it should be simple enough if you can get like perlite passes and just get rid of that one on top. Oh, I mean, it's a still. You could do it. I was like, it'll probably get rid of these, but or the other light on the, but just there, I think it would be a simple thing that might help.
I actually agree. I didn't see it until you pointed it out. Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I
what
didn't
happens.
I didn't see it
Little
either.
you don't
But
notice
with most things,
because yeah, overall it's really good. So you don't even want to look there, but then once you do,
yeah.
cool.
Anything else from anyone
Good
else?
work.
Yeah, nice. Oh, go
Is
ahead.
it okay? Is it okay if I send my image files instead of an MOV?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's having some trouble in Nuke.
No worries at all. Um, yeah, great work, AJ, and thank you everyone for giving feedback. And now, the last bit that I wanted to that I pulled from the group was Doris's like color keys that she's currently working on to come up with how she's going to take the challenge. And I just thought this was really cool. Um, and yeah, I think that like all of these are successful in their own ways, and it's cool to kind of see like this way of like kind of
Exploring.
yeah figuring
Yes.
out what you're gonna do. And they did
Yeah.
one
When
of
I
the
look in the middle one, it almost screams like that. So I haven't seen a lot of the submissions, so maybe I don't know if this is unique or not, but I haven't seen a lot done at night, and I think that'd be really cool. It also almost gives you that kind of opportunity to put in like bioluminescence, things like
Yeah.
that. You can do some really cool stuff with that.
I was actually referencing Life of Pi. I was gonna do something like that, bioluminescence as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be really dope.
I love all of them, but I think I like the bottom one. It's just the colors, just something comforting about it, and it's like similar to the reference right next to it, but a little bit different, and I kind of love it.
I'm very pulled to those colors. Like it's just like such a nice like they're all kind of like on like most of them are kind of like close to each other on the color wheel, um, and it's just like very appealing.
Yeah, like the little bits of pink. I don't know. So I just want her to do all of them.
Yeah.
I want to see all of them. But yeah, I'm excited to see which one she'll choose.
And yeah, Dorian, I think you're right. I don't think I've seen maybe one
I've
or
seen a
two
few.
nights, and
Yeah.
I do think there were people working on bioluminescence, but I think I saw early whips and haven't seen anything since.
Yeah,
Um,
there was somebody that was doing that.
but I mean, like, yeah, I think the what Doris has set up for it, like it clearly shows it'll be very successful.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, and let's see, Alex, were you able to send me the stills?
Yep, I'm super embarrassed. Yeah, I'm just zipping it up now. I apologize.
Oh no, you don't need to be embarrassed at all. Um,
It's been interesting transition over to this new machine, so I'm just getting used to it.
I
no
mean,
worries
we're
at all.
with the speed that you're turning it around.
Yeah.
So
Well, what we'll do is we'll just wrap up here, and then after we end the recorded bit, we can hang out and chat about yours once it's uploaded. But
yeah,
on that note, thank you everybody for joining us and giving feedback, and see you at the next one.